What's up guys, welcome to the channel. So today's video is all about PC Doujin shoot 'em ups. Now I know what some of you might be thinking, like, John, what is a Doujin shoot 'em up? I mean, basically in a nutshell, a Doujin shooter, or really any genre of Doujin game, is a fan-made or independently made game in Japan that never had a console release. Well, some of them eventually had console releases, but it was really hard for them to put a lot of those games on a console. So, you know, for the best of the 2000s, all the independent games came out on PC. Now, there was some exceptions to that rule. One console in particular was very synonymous with Doujin games upon, you know, the demise of that console, and that's the Sega Dreamcast. This game's actually Triggerheart Excellica. This is one of the only ones that I have. I actually made this copy. You know, I have a lot of them downloaded, but a lot of those games are really good. And for the PlayStation 4, you may be familiar with some Doujin games like Gundamoniums, which there's several Gundamonium games in the franchise. Shiki Soul Eater and Astabreed. And Astabreed's an interesting release because it's the first Doujin game that I actually owned physically on PC. I mean, I do download most of these games. As a matter of fact, after this video, there's going to be a link in the description. You guys can download and play all of these games, and they're pretty killer, so I hope you guys enjoy them. Anyways, guys, let's check out 5 awesome Doujin shoot 'em ups for the PC. So the first game I'm going to talk about is a little game called Ether Vapor. Now, if you watch some of the gameplay footage, you'll notice that Ether Vapor will kind of remind you of games like Astabreed, also games like Ikaruga, which just so happen to be Doujin shooters. Yes, Ikaruga started as a Doujin shooter. Now, according to the Ether Vapor website about the developers, Doujin developer group Edelweiss, I believe that's how it's pronounced, Edelweiss, but they've been active since 2005 and have already earned a reputation as one of the best Doujin developers on the scene today. Their focus is on making high-quality products that are fun to play and have extremely high production value. Between their day jobs and working on Edelweiss products, the group members live, breathe, eat, and sleep game development, and that's, again, straight according to their website. That's really cool to me to know that people that are that devoted to this genre of game are undertaking projects to bring products like this to us. And they do it because I'm sure they love these type of games, and I think that's totally awesome. I mean, those are the type of games that I want to play. Just to let you guys know a little bit about Ether Vapor, the controls are solid, it's got fun gameplay mechanics. I'm not even going to go into the specifics of it on this video, that's for a totally other video, or just download the game, play it, and experience it for yourself. Anyway, Ether Vapor is a killer shooter on the PC, and if you're stuck on the console, it's a pretty good reason to step away from the console just for a little bit and experience this shooter masterpiece. So the next shooter I want to talk about is a game called Reflex, and this is part of a trilogy of shooters. It's part of the Ultinex trilogy. Now, when this game was released on Steam, it actually went through a Kickstarter process, and from what I understand, it raised over $14,000, which is exciting for a lot of people because if you'd see gameplay footage of this game, it just, man, it's got that look. It's got that 16-bit awesome shooter look, and not only does it have the look, it's got the gameplay to back it up. Reflex has this very interesting game mechanic where you activate a shield, and that shield will refract or reflect all the enemy fire, most of it anyway, back to the enemy. Some it does, some it absorbs, some it doesn't, but it's really cool when you get into some interesting boss battles. That mechanic, it's just, I really like it, and this would be an awesome game to release on a console. Now, I'm sticking with just PC games for this video. I'm trying not to talk about any console games. So the Gundamoniums and the Astabreed and the Ikarugas and all that stuff that you can buy on consoles, I'm just going to focus on just the PC stuff because these are games I really want to bring awareness to. And, you know, again, these are all games that I really want to see console releases for. So guys, if you like any of the games I show you in my videos, please go visit the links I have in the description, download the games, jump in the comments and let me know how awesome they are, because trust me, Reflex, this is one of those awesome games that you're going to want to tell your friends about. So guys, I talked about this game the other day on my channel, actually in my last video, and this game's called Battle Traverse. Now, I was really excited about this game because this game's like if a cave shooter and Metal Slug had a baby, the baby would be Battle Traverse. And Battle Traverse is a horizontally scrolling shooter developed by Newt Mark, which was released on May 5th of 2015. Now, I do believe this has a Steam release. Now, I haven't verified that, so go check Steam. I haven't done the research to see if it was actually on their site, but it may be. Either way, again, links in the description. Download it, play it. This game is pretty awesome. Now, This game doesn't introduce any crazy new game mechanics or anything like that, but this game does play a hell of a lot like a Dojin game. You have your focus shot, you have your regular shot, you got the super small hitbox in the middle that's glowing, which makes it a lot easier to navigate mazes of bullets, especially when you have that added slowdown, which we all know benefits games like this. Anyway, Battle Traverse is one of those games that if you're a shoot 'em up fan, definitely not to be missed. This game is fucking awesome. Up next, we have a game called Jade Penetrate. Now, Jade Penetrate looks similar to games you may have played like the Castle of Shikigame games or Mobile Light Force 2. But what this game does is it's a bullet hell shooter through and through. This game offers one hell of a challenge, and you're going to die a hell of a lot before you memorize those bullet patterns. So for more skilled players, this game is definitely for you. For people new to the genre, you might want to step back and, practice some other games before you get into this one, because this game's super challenging. Now, from what I understand, I haven't played the Steam release, but from what I understand, and if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments down below, but the Steam release is supposed to add some new options to help kind of curb the difficulty for some of the newer players. Anyway, this game's got a rockin' soundtrack, the visuals are okay, and the gameplay is super solid. So if you want a new challenge, and you've played all the games in your library and you don't know where to go next, Jade Penetrate's got your challenge. This game will kick your ass. Okay, so guys, odds are if you've watched any of my other videos, at some point you've probably heard me mention this game, Crimzon Clover. Of all the Doujin releases I've ever played in my life, and almost all the shooters I've ever played in my life, this game almost tops the list on everything. This game is excellent. If you like bullet hell shooters, if you like a rockin' soundtrack, if you like the action and the momentum that this game brings. Now, this game's not for everybody. Some people may like games like Gradius or R-Type, and although I love those games too, I mean, these are where shooters are now. This is what they've evolved into, these bullet hell monsters, and this game is no joke. This game is hard. This game is fun. This is a game you can learn. This game has awesome gameplay mechanics. Just everything about this game is so killer, and it originally released in 2011 for Windows, and from what I've read online, there was actually an arcade release. Now, I would venture to say that was only in Japan, but I've been playing this with my Xbox 360 arcade stick, and let me tell you, this game is killer. I downloaded this on Steam maybe a couple of years ago, and I've been playing it ever since. I have the original Doujin port on my computer, and the Steam release is also my preferred way to play. It's actually what you're seeing the footage of right now, because the Steam release, it added a version called Crimzon Clover World Ignition that added things like added difficulty. You have something called double break mode, which is kind of a break mode. It's kind of like a mode you enter in where you're super powered up, kind of like in games like Dojin. But anyway, this game is so killer. This game, it's just one of the best shooters I've ever played, guys. If you want to play an awesome shooter and you have an open mind and you'll step away from the console for just a little bit, Crimzon Clover should be the first game you download. Go to Steam, download it. It's cheap. It's like $15, so it's kind of pricey for a shooter, but it is totally worth it. This game is so much fun, and man, I will do anything to get this game released on a console. So maybe, hopefully, one day this will be up on one of those websites. I'll see it and be able to grab it. But God, Crimzon Clover is so awesome. This game is truly a masterpiece. Okay, guys, so those are just 5 awesome Doujin shooters that never got a console release. God willing, fingers crossed, man. Hopefully one day we'll get some, maybe all those games on a console. I don't know, but it would be nice, I can dream, can't I? Anyways, guys, I'm really trying to grow the channel, so if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video with the Doujin stuff, I can keep going on and on about this topic for days. So if you like this content, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll make more videos like this. Anyways, guys, till next time, peace out.